So in this video, we are going to learn how to give temporary access to Google Drive folder on Razorpay payment. Let's say you're selling some kind of digital product like ebooks and you have stored all the content, all the ebooks into a specific folder in your Google Drive account. Now you want that whenever a customer makes a payment on Razorpay, you want to share that Google Drive folder with that customer. But because it is a limited time access, you want to revoke the access of the folder from the customer, from the user after a few days or few minutes. So let me tell you, you can completely automate this process. And in this automation, as a new payment will be received on our Razorpay account, automatically we are going to share the access of that folder from Google Drive with the same customer who made the payment. And after sharing the access, after a few days, we will be waiting for a few days or few minutes. You can decide this time as per your choice. We will be removing the access of the same customer from our Google Drive folder as well in a single automation. Now, if you want to learn how you can set up this complete automation all by yourself, for that, you just have to come with me to my screen.
So as you can see, this is my Razorpay account. And using Razorpay, I have created a payment page to sell my bundle of ebooks. And I have all the ebooks in my Google Drive over here. So this is a Google Drive folder of ebooks where I will be adding the ebooks which I want to sell, and for which I'm collecting the payment using Razorpay. Now I want that whenever a customer makes a payment, I want to share the access of this complete ebooks folder from my Google Drive with the same customer on their email address. And after 30 days, I want to automatically revoke the access as well. So on this payment, they will be getting the access of these ebooks, this folder, only for 30 days. Now, I'm just taking an example of 30 days, but you can set up this automation for any time interval if you want. Now to do this, what we have to do, we have to connect our Razorpay with Google Drive, and we have to set up the automation in such a way that when we get the payment, we instantly share the access of the folder, but after a limited time, we revoke the access as well. And to set up this kind of automation, we are going to use Pabbly Connect. So as you can see, here we are on Pabbly Connect's dashboard, and to reach this dashboard, you will get a free sign-up link of Pabbly Connect in the description box below. By clicking on that link, you can set up your free Pabbly Connect account in just 2 minutes. After creating your account and coming to this dashboard, we have to create an automation workflow over here. Just click on this Create Workflow button and give this workflow a name. Let's say I'll name our workflow as Razorpay to Google Drive. You can basically give any other name as per your choice. Then just select the folder of the Pabbly Connect account in which you want to set up this automation and click on Create. And as we click on Create here, you can see the workflow is open in front of us. In this workflow, we have two different windows. First one is the trigger window and second one is the action window. So triggers and actions are basically those two concepts, those two principles on which this whole automation works on. Where the trigger says when this happens and the action says do this. So let's start with our trigger step. Now the idea here is first we are going to connect our Razorpay account with Pabbly Connect in the trigger step, so that whenever a new payment will be captured in our Razorpay account, automatically the details of the payment will be received inside Pabbly Connect as well. After this, in this automation workflow, we are going to set up a filter condition. Now the Razorpay and Pabbly Connect connection will work like Razorpay is going to send us the details of each and every payment which we get on our Razorpay account. But we only want to give the access to the customer who are making the payment for this particular product or on this particular payment page. So we have added this product field over here, and in this response, the details or the response which we are going to get from Razorpay, we will be getting the response of this product name as well. We have given this drop down with just a single product name. And on that basis, we are going to set up a filter condition to ensure that we share the access only to the customer who are making the payment for this particular product. Then after that, from Google Drive, we are going to share the access of this complete folder to the customer who made the payment on their entered email address. Then we are going to add a delay in this automation workflow, and that delay will be of 30 days. As I told you, we are just taking an example of 30 days, but you can basically change this time duration as per your choice. And after delay, we are going to remove the access, like we share the access when we make the payment, but after 30 days, we will be revoking the access of the same customer from that Google Drive folder. So let's see how we set up this automation. Here in trigger step, in choose app, we will search for Razorpay. Just select it. After selecting Razorpay in trigger event from this drop-down, select the trigger event as payment captured. After selecting this trigger event, Pabbly Connect gave us a webhook URL. And using this webhook URL, we are going to connect our Razorpay account with Pabbly Connect. And to add this webhook URL, we just have to follow the instructions given below over here. Just copy the webhook URL from here and go to your Razorpay account. After coming to Razorpay, from the left sidebar, we'll go to the developer section and we will go to webhooks. And under webhooks, click on this add new webhook button. Here in this window in front of webhook URL, paste the exact same webhook URL which we have copied from Pabbly Connect. Just copy it from here and paste it over here. Then we don't have to enter the secret and alert email, but here in action event from the drop down, we have to select the action event as payment.captured and then just click on create webhook. As we click on create webhook, here you can see this webhook URL is now added in our Razorpay account. And now every time we are going to receive a payment in Razorpay, automatically Razorpay is going to send the details of all the payments to Pabbly Connect to this webhook URL. Here in our Pabbly Connect workflow, we can see it is showing us waiting for webhook response. This means Pabbly Connect is waiting to capture some response of a new payment on our Razorpay payment page. So let's do it. Using the details of a dummy customer, we are going to enter the details. Let's say the name of the customer is dummy user over here, demo user. This is the email address. And then this is the mobile number. So just let me enter a dummy mobile number. The product is this digital marketing ebook. So in this way, what we have done on this payment page, we have entered the details of a dummy customer. Now, because I'm in the test mode of Razorpay, I will be making a test payment over here to capture the new payments response inside Pabbly Connect. So let me just enter a test card details. This is the date, this is the CVV, demo user. This is the name. Let's click on continue. And it is done. Just now, using a test card, we made a payment on our Razorpay payment page. And we will see as we complete this payment, because we have connected our Razorpay account with Pabbly Connect, we will see in our Pabbly Connect workflow in this trigger step, within few seconds, we have received the response. And in this response, you will get all the details of the customer who made the payment. Here you can see we have the name of the customer, we have the email address of the customer, we have the name of the product. So we have added a drop-down field on our payment page with the product name with only one option because we wanted to set up the filter condition in the next step. After this, we'll scroll down further and you will get all the other details related to the same payment as well. Like here you can see we have the amount of the payment. Now you will notice that we actually made the payment of 999 rupees, but the amount which we have received is of 99,900. This is because while sending the response, Razorpay does not support this decimal value. That's why it has removed this decimal and given the two zeros after the decimal as well in the response. So if you want to use this amount over here later on in this automation, you can just divide this whole amount response by 100 to get the accurate amount of the payment for which the customer made. So in this way, we have received all the details of the payment from Razorpay in our trigger step. Now what we want to do, we want to set up an filter condition. And we want to set up the filter condition on the response of this product, node product response. For that, we will just scroll down, come to this action step, and here in choose app, we will search for filter. Just select it. After selecting filter, in action event from the drop-down, select filter values and click on connect. After clicking on connect, the first thing it asks is to select the label, that on which label we want to set up the filter condition. So here in this drop-down, you can see a list of all the responses which we have received from Razorpay of a new payment. Out of all of these responses, here we are going to select this label of node product over here. So this is the product name which we have received from our Razorpay payment page response, the drop-down which we have added of product. We are going to select this label over here. Then filter type will be equals to, and here in value, we have to enter the exact same value which we have entered over here on this payment page. So let me just take you to the payment page over here once. Let me just refresh it. And here you can see in product, we have digital marketing ebook. This is the name. So I'm going to write exact same name over here, exact same text over here. So this is the exact same name with same casing which we have as a drop-down option over here. Then after this, we will click on save and send test request. And because we have captured the payment for the same product over here from Razorpay inside Pabbly Connect, it is showing us the condition is true. Now, if we get anything other than this particular product name in this response of entity product node, in that case, this automation will not be continued further and we are not going to share the access for the customer who are actually not making the payment for this product. We are only going to share the access to the customer who are actually making the payment for only this product on our Razorpay account. Now, after adding the filter condition, in the next step, we have to share the access. So we have our folder of content or folder of ebooks in Google Drive. So what we are going to do in the next action step, we are going to search for Google Drive. Just select it. After selecting Google Drive, an action event from the drop-down, we have to select the action event as share a file or folder. So we'll just scroll down and here we'll search for the action event of share a file or folder. So this is the action event. After selecting this action event, just click on connect and select add new connection. Now here we have to connect our Google Drive account with Pabbly Connect. And to make this connection, click on this sign in with Google button. Here in this pop-up window, select the Google Drive account in which you have the folder which you want to share. Then just scroll down and click on allow. And as we click on allow, we will see our Google Drive account will get connected with Pabbly Connect. After making the connection, here it is asking us for the file or the folder ID which we want to share. So the name of my folder is ebook over here, which I want to share on making the payment. So here from this drop down, here you can see a list of all the files and folders which you have in your Google Drive account. Out of all of this, I'll just search for the folder over here of ebooks and select it. After selecting the folder, it is asking us for the email. That what is the Google email address of the user of the customer to whom we want to share the access. So we have received the email address of the customer who made the payment from Razorpay. And on your Razorpay payment page, you have to specify that the user need to enter their Google account email address, their Gmail email address. If they have an email address which does not have a Google account or it is not a Gmail email address, then in that case, the Google Drive folder access might not be shared. So we have to write a note that the customer need to enter their Google account email address so that we can share the folder from Google Drive. So now what we have to do, we have to basically map this response of customer email over here from the trigger step to the action step of Google Drive. And to add the trigger step response into this Google Drive action step, we are going to use a process called mapping. And the process of mapping is very simple. Simply click on this field of email and here in this drop down, you can see a list of all the responses which we have received from Razorpay of a new payment. Out of all of these responses, select this response of customer email and it will be mapped. Then it is asking us for the role, that what is the role for which we want to give the access to the customer. And in drop down, we have three options: can view, can edit, and can comment. So I just want to give the view access, so I'm selecting can view over here. Then it is asking us that whether we want to send an email notification to the user to whom we are sharing the access. So yes, we do want to share the email notification that we have shared the access, we have shared the folder. So we want to keep it as true over here. Now, after selecting the folder over here, mapping the customer email from Razorpay action step, selecting the role and selecting this as true, just click on save and send test request. And as we click on save and send test request, here you can see that we have received the response. And this response seems to be a positive response to us. This response shows that the access of this folder is now shared with that customer. So what we are going to do, we will check the email inbox of the same user, the same customer who actually made the payment, whose email address we have entered while making the payment on our Razorpay payment page. So we will just go to a new tab. We'll just access the email inbox over here. And yes, here you can see that from our account, which we have connected, in which we have the folder, we have basically shared the folder, the same ebooks folder in which we have the content for which we are collecting the payment on Razorpay. So till now in this automation, what we have done, we have received the Razorpay payment and then we ensured that the customer made the payment for this product. And then from our Google Drive action step, we have shared the access of the folder with the same person as well. If I click on open over here, the user can access that same folder with all the files in it. Now after this, what we want to do, we want to basically set up a delay over here. After a delay of a few minutes, few hours or few days, whatever delay time you want, we want to remove the access as well. We want to revoke this access as well. So what we are going to do, we will just click on this add action step button over here. And then here in choose app, we are going to select delay Pabbly. After selecting delay Pabbly, an action event from the drop down, select the action event as add time delay. Then just click on connect. After clicking on connect, it is asking us how much delay you want to put in your workflow. So do we want to delay for some time or do we want to delay until some time? So let's say I want to delay for 30 days. I want to wait for 30 days, and after 30 days, I want to revoke the access. So here I'm going to select delay for. In delay unit, you can select any unit as per your choice. I'm selecting days, and in delay value, I will be writing 30. So we are having a delay time of 30 days. And click on save and send test request. So here you can see after sharing the access, this automation workflow will wait for 30 days. And after 30 days, it will just move to the next step. So we have successfully added this delay over here in our automation workflow. And after 30 days, what we want to do, we want to remove the access. So we will just click on this add action step button over here. In choose app, once again, we'll search for Google Drive, just select it. And after selecting Google Drive, an action event from the drop down, we are going to select the action event as remove file or folder access. Just select this action event. Then just click on connect. And because we have connected our Google Drive account with Pabbly Connect in the previous step, we don't have to make a new connection. You can just select the existing connection and click on save. And as we click on save, here you can see our Google Drive account will get connected with Pabbly Connect. After making the connection, it is asking us for the email address. So here we have to write the email address, enter the email address of the customer whose access we want to remove. So using this payment page, Razorpay payment page, a lot of customers, a lot of users is going to make you the payment, and using this automation, we are going to share the access of the same person with a lot of users. But for which particular user using this particular workflow execution, we want to remove the access. We have to enter that email address over here. So once again, we'll use the same process of mapping. We'll click here from the drop down from Razorpay responses, select the response of the email address of the customer and map it. And here it is asking us for the file or folder, so the access of which particular file or folder we want to revoke. So here in this drop down, you can select the file or folder, or what you can do if you don't find the file or folder whose access we have shared in the previous step, you can just turn this mapping button on and clear this default response. And from your Google Drive account, you can actually enter the folder ID. And to get the folder ID, just go to the folder of your Google Drive account whose access we have shared. And here in the URL section, after /folder, you can see this ID. This is your folder ID. And just paste this folder ID over here in the file/folder field. After mapping the email address of the customer and mapping the folder ID over here, just click on save and send test request. And as we click on save and send test request, here you can see we have received the response. And in this response shows a positive response to us. This response means the access which we have shared in the previous step, after 30 days, the access of our folder from the same user will be automatically removed. So if I go to a new tab and access the email inbox once again and open the same mail, you will notice that the access has been removed. So I'll just open the same email on which we have received the access over here. I'll just click on this open button. And now you can notice that the access is denied over here. And it is asking the user to basically request the access once again. So in this way, we have successfully created this automation on which we will be receiving the payment on Razorpay and automatically share a folder's access from our Google Drive account. And after a fixed interval of time, we are going to automatically remove that access as well. So not just these applications, you can connect plenty of other applications with Pabbly Connect. And one more important thing, you will find the clone link of this exact same automation workflow in the description box below. By clicking on that link, you can just clone the same workflow into your own Pabbly Connect account and start using this automation for free. Also, let me tell you, Pabbly Connect offers you a free plan. And in this plan, you will get some free tasks every month into your own Pabbly Connect account. So if you want to try and test this automation, you can just do it for absolutely free.
So if this video was helpful to you, don't forget to hit the like button, share it with others, or if you have any kind of doubts or queries, you can always write us in the comment box below or email us at support@pabbly.com. Also, you can post your queries on our forum as well. And if you want to check the pricing of Pabbly Connect, you can visit this link. So this is it for today's video. Thank you. Have a great day.